Throughout the history of money, women have played a significant role in the economic world. However, the recognition and appreciation of these roles have required a long process. Like in many segments of society, women have faced numerous obstacles and struggled to gain their rights in the financial field. In this article, we will explore the role of women in the history of money and their progress. Historically, women have often held a secondary position in financial matters. Even in ancient times, women had limited property rights, and financial transactions were generally the responsibility of men. However, despite some exceptions, women were generally not involved in costly matters. During the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, women in Europe could have financial assets through marriage or in the event of becoming widows. During this period, many women started engaging in trade independently and had the opportunity to make various financial arrangements to protect their properties. However, the real struggle for financial freedom and equality began in the 19th century. The women's rights movement fought for expanding women's property rights, job opportunities, and education. During this period, significant progress was seen among women in entrepreneurship and financial literacy. In the 20th century, as women increased their participation in the workforce and took on more professional roles, they began to gain more power in the financial field. Women started to be represented more in the banking sector and financial advisory services. Additionally, there was a significant increase in entrepreneurship and investment among women. Today, women have a significant impact in the financial field. Many women are CEOs leading financial institutions, and the influence of women in decision-making processes regarding finances is growing. Furthermore, women are encouraging entrepreneurship and contributing to economic growth by establishing their own businesses. Women are taking steps to secure their financial futures by making investments in financial assets such as stocks and real estate. How can an increase in women's financial literacy and education level impact their financial decisions? Why is the presence of women leaders in the business world important in terms of diversity and sustainability in the financial sector? How can the rise of women entrepreneurs provide opportunities for economic growth and innovation in the business world? For all this and more, before starting the video, if you're interested in universal economic history, you can subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications to be informed about new videos I upload every day. Enjoy the watch.
Universal economic history.
Women's financial contributions throughout history have varied in different periods and cultures. Here are some examples. Ancient times. In ancient Egypt, women could acquire and manage property through inheritance. Similarly, in ancient Greece and Rome, some women engaged in commercial activities and gained financial independence. Middle Ages and Renaissance. During the Middle Ages, women in Europe usually had financial assets through marriage. For example, daughters of wealthy merchant families in Italy could have an influence on the financial management of family businesses and manage commercial relationships. Colonial period. In America's colonial period, women often participated in agricultural and trade activities on family farms. Particularly in North America, women took on responsibilities in marketing and selling agricultural products, making significant contributions to the family economy. Industrial Revolution and workforce participation. During the Industrial Revolution, women also joined the workforce with the transition to the factory system. Women working in the textile sector, in particular, contributed to the family economy and increased their financial independence. 20th century and beyond. In the 20th century, women's financial contributions increased significantly. Women took on more roles in professional careers and management positions. Representation of women in sectors such as banking, financial advisory, and investment increased. Additionally, women were encouraged to be entrepreneurs, and many of them contributed to economic growth by establishing their own businesses. Women have been making efforts to combat inequalities in the world of money for a long time. Here are some significant issues women have faced in their struggle against financial inequalities. Property rights. Historically, women had limited or virtually no property rights. Marriage could often mean transferring a woman's property to her husband, and in the event of divorce or the husband's death, women could face difficulties in accessing their own property. This limited women's rights to financial security and independence. Education and job opportunities. In the past, women were often deprived of education and job opportunities. Access to high positions in finance was generally reserved for men, and women were usually forced to work in low-paying and low-status jobs. Women's rights movements played a significant role in achieving equality in education and the business world. Gender pay gap. Women often encounter lower wages compared to their male counterparts for doing the same job. The gender pay gap negatively affects women's financial security, leaving them at a disadvantage financially. In recent years, women entrepreneurs have been playing an increasingly prominent role in the business world. Here are the significance of women's place in the business world and their contributions to entrepreneurship. Increased representation in entrepreneurship. Women have increased their interest in entrepreneurship in the business world. Women entrepreneurs have the opportunity to bring their creativity, leadership skills, and business ideas to life by establishing their own businesses. The increasing representation of women in entrepreneurship contributes to economic growth and innovation. Innovation and diversity. Women entrepreneurs contribute to increasing diversity in the business world by bringing different perspectives, experiences, and talents. This encourages innovation and creativity. Women's diverse perspectives in the business world also help in creating more inclusive and sustainable business models. Contribution to economic growth. Women entrepreneurs contribute significantly to economic growth by establishing their own businesses. Women's business startups and ownership increase the potential for employment and have positive effects on local and global economies. Additionally, the success of women in the business world inspires young girls and other women, contributing to the spread of an entrepreneurial culture. Women's investment and saving habits generally differ. Here are some notable characteristics of women in investment and savings. Long-term thinking. Women tend to have a long-term perspective in investments. They exhibit a more stable approach to risk diversification and focus on long-term growth potential. This may lead women to prefer less risky and longer-term investment vehicles. Research and information gathering. Women tend to conduct more research and gather information before making investments. They are more cautious in financial literacy and analyze the subjects, companies, or sectors they are going to invest in more thoroughly. Risk aversion. Generally, women are more risk-averse. This may lead them to prefer more conservative investment options and low-risk financial instruments. Women often opt for safer and more stable investments. Socially and sustainably responsible investments. Women tend to consider social and sustainable factors in their investments. They are more conscious of investing in companies with environmental and social impacts. Therefore, women show more interest and engagement in sustainable and ethically driven investments. Women's money management and budget planning skills are crucial for strengthening their financial well-being and achieving their financial goals. Here are some key points regarding women's money management and budget planning. Budgeting. Women tend to create budgets to track their income and expenses regularly. Budgeting enables them to keep income and expenses under control and provides an opportunity for savings. By carefully planning their salaries, bills, daily expenses, and savings, women aim to achieve their financial goals. Saving and investment. Women have a tendency to save for financial security and future investments. Women often use their savings for creating emergency funds, retirement savings, or investment purposes. Additionally, women play an active role in supporting financial growth by focusing on long-term investments. Debt management. Women are careful about debt management. Practices such as timely payment of credit card debts, moderate use of credit, and avoidance of unnecessary debts are essential for maintaining financial health. Managing debts and keeping track of debt payments regularly are goals for women to achieve their financial objectives. The importance of women in the history of money and their future potential is significant. Women have played important roles economically, socially, and politically from the past to the present. However, They need to continue their struggle against financial inequalities and enhance their financial power. In the future, women's potential in the world of money will further emerge. Women's increasing representation in leadership roles in the business world, entrepreneurship, and investment will continue to rise. Higher levels of financial literacy and education among women will empower them to make more informed and empowered financial decisions. Additionally, women's interest and participation in sustainable investments will enable them to have a more influential role in financial markets. The significant role of women in the world of money is also important for creating a fair, diverse, and sustainable financial system. Empowering women's financial power is not only about promoting gender equality but also supporting economic growth and contributing to societal transformation. In conclusion, the importance of women in the history of money and their future potential holds great value. By increasing their financial power and actively participating in the financial world, women can bring significant benefits both at an individual and societal level. Promoting gender equality and financial inclusion in all segments of society is a step towards unlocking the significant potential of women in the world of money. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. If there's a specific video you'd like me to make on economic history, don't forget to mention it in the comments section. I wish everyone a pleasant day.
Universal economic history.